You're listening to Hotepish with your host, Intelligent Ish Talk, Intelligent Shit Talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
Intelligent shit talk. I make sure to play that voiceover and bring that up regularly because every now and again I get somebody who, I don't know, they may be new to the channel, I don't know. They're going to try to edit what a brother says and how he says it. I'm like, did you listen to the intro, motherfucker? Intelligent-ish talk. Kind of intelligent. It's intelligent shit talk. That's how I get down. Nigga. I ain't editing shit that I say. I said how I feel it. Unless I'm on radio. Now, if I'm on like official terrestrial radio, then of course you can't cuss. But if I'm here on the internets, I'm going to say it how I want to say it. And that goes a little bit into today's subject. Nobody respects a crying ass man. Oh my God. See, I like doing YouTube. I really do. I really like YouTube. What I don't like about YouTube is when especially grown ass men be sitting around crying about some shit that I said. Dwan, you said such and such and such and such. I'm going to make up a strong argument because I can't defend what you said. So I'm going to make something up and hopefully you help my feelings. There's too many bitches out here as men. What's up, Bakari? What's up, KP? In the building, Kenneth Perry, my nigga. Larry gonna be in town in a couple weeks, KP. We gonna have a barbecue. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna throw a barbecue here at the house. I got a thumb down already. That's probably from some grown up beta male baby boy right there that did that. What's up, Tasha Ray in the chat room? Derek J, Smoke Splitter. What's up, y'all? Yeah, we gonna talk about these crying ass grown men. Yeah, we gonna talk about Randy Moss. Oh, that hurt me with Randy Moss because Randy Moss is one of my all-time favorites. Back when I used to be really heavy into football, when I used to Yeah, Tasha, you can come through. You can come through to the barbecue. Just gotta remember to text you. What's up, boss of Queenie? Yeah, it's high time that we grown men sort of check the behavior of some of these other grown-ass men. It really is. Because it seems like the crying men are winning. And when I say winning, I mean they everywhere. What's up, Quanez? I thought you were a mod. Let me go ahead and add her as a moderator. I haven't added any moderators in a long time because I'll be forgetting. Quanez, I just added you as a moderator. What's up, Delano L? What's up, Legion of Knicks? What's up, Smoke Splitter? Yeah, Mark, I'm all good with the surgery. I just gotta go back to the doctor for a follow-up to get these stitches taken out later this week, and then I'm back to getting it in. Hell yeah, Legion of Knicks. I gotta bring this up because it's really hurting us as a society. Black man don't get his way, he's crying. What does that show to the children? Hell, what does that show to the women? I know I'm always flirting with you guys about talking more about relationships and stuff like that. I don't do it because I don't be feeling, it'd be like, I almost don't even know how to approach it, you know? I almost don't even know how to approach it. Because I can't speak, well, I can speak on being single, but I don't like speaking on being single because I'm not single. My point of view is more so, okay, once you're in a relationship, or once you have your eye on somebody, what to look for and how to communicate what you want out of the relationship thoroughly and how to listen to the other person. That's more my angle when it comes to relationships. And I see it's a lot of relationship gurus out there. And honestly, I really don't want to get in that mix. I tell you the truth, I really don't want to get in that mix. I really don't. But it's necessary because relationships are so important to the survival of us, to our species as humans, and to our race as foundational Black Americans. You know, the family is what got us through slavery. The family is what got us through Jim Crow. And right now, our families are busted up, and you know, you can go elsewhere if you want to hear about the issues of what women bring. And I can speak on the issues of women, but I'd rather speak on the men right now. What we can do, things that we can do to put ourselves in position to be better husbands, fathers, and men of our community. It's a lot of editing that needs to be done. Somebody in the chat room, somebody said Kobe cried on Shaq. Kobe didn't say shit about Shaq. That's nothing with today's grown-ass men. Today's grown-ass men and believe one thing ESPN say and run with it for 20 years. The niggas will when ESPN, Fox Sports, that's the male soap opera for beta males. That's like a beta male bastion. ESPN, First Take, Sports Center. That's like where beta males all sort of come together and have a common cause and a common conversation. Ooh, this athlete said that he's a bad guy. Ooh. Oh my God. Like, can we take it back to the days? Like, I remember when I was a kid, I would listen to my dad and my uncles talk about basketball. And when they talked about basketball, it was, Isaiah Thomas scored 47 points tonight. He kicked our ass. Damn, I don't like that dude. That goddamn Larry Bird, man, he made that shot. Damn, he always kicking the Lakers' ass. That's how it used to be when I was a kid. Now you got grown-ass men. Oh, look at it. Oh, LeBron, he's a good father. Oh, look at Kevin Durant. He needs a super. Oh, my God. Why does he need so much talent? Ooh. Oh, my God. Basketball conversation, sports conversation has turned into a bitch fest. Like earlier in the channel, somebody said something about Kobe. I remember when that whole Kobe situation happened, with him getting arrested. I never forget what one of the police officers said. He was like, yeah, Kobe was on tape for 12 hours talking, and not one time did he bring up Shaq. The news put that in there. Because the news, ESPN already knows. All they got to do is put it out there. Ain't none of you dumbass niggas going to investigate. Y'all going to take what they say is the holy gospel and run with it. What's up, Cold Crush in the chat room? Yeah, Rodney Anderson, dudes gossip more than women. And it's sad. It's sad. I know I'll be looking at sometime the comment section. And when men got something that they don't like what's being said, they come in the comment section and bitch and moan. Oh, Dwan, why did you have to say it that way? Oh, you're not right. That's not right. Well, bitch, if it ain't right, go create a YouTube channel and make it right. You got a platform. If you got a channel to comment, that means you got a channel to talk. I be seeing people run around, jump around from chat room to chat room, telling everybody else talking why they wrong. That's some of the biggest bitch shit there is out there. If you don't like what somebody else says, address what they say and go create your own goddamn channel and say something about it. You got niggas jumping around comment section to comment section. You're wrong and that doesn't feel right. Oh. And you got kids, nigga? Oh my God. Let me tell anyone listening to this right now. If you have an issue with anything that I say, here's how you can address it and still maintain respect. Address what was actually said. That means do not come in the comment section saying, well, are you saying? The minute someone says, well, are you saying? They're already setting you up for the bullshit. Because they know that's not what you're saying. But what you said hurt their feelings so much, they can't quite sit there and take it. So since their feelings is hurt, and they're not smart enough to break down or even attempt to break down what you said, they create something that you said and say, well, are you saying? No, bitch, I'm not saying that. Go back to exactly what I said and address that. You should never, look, this is the internet. This is YouTube. This is Facebook. This is Twitter. You don't have to ever ask someone what they're saying. All you have to do is rewind, listen to their exact words, and address that. If they typed it on Twitter or Facebook, read. Let me say that one more time. Read what was said and address that. And number two, when you're addressing something someone else said, avoid using the words, I feel. Now, let me say that. Damn the words, avoid feeling. If you recognize something someone else said isn't something that you jive with, If your retort is, I feel, then your job is to sit and don't ask that question, to sit down and for you to look in the mirror and ask yourself why you feel a certain way. Because other people can't consider your feelings when they're saying what they have to say. Is what was said true or untrue? And if it's not true, then you address that by saying what you said is not true, and here's the reason why. And after you say here's the reason why, you come back with the evidence to say, oh no, you said such and such happened on October 28th, 2001. No, that's not what happened. It really happened on December 13th, 2012. And here is the information I have to back what I'm saying. That's respectable. That's debate. That's dialogue. That's discussion. But if someone says the sky is blue and your retort is, I don't feel the sky is blue because when I stepped outside, it was raining and it was drizzly and it was so cold, and so I don't feel that you're being accurate in your assessment because I don't feel the sky is blue. I feel that it's gray. Man, shut up, bitch. Oh, I can't stand you niggas. Maybe the sky is blue because from my perspective, where I'm standing right now, the sky is blue. You may be living on another side of the country or another side of the city where the rain clouds are coming in, and it may look a little different for you. So in that situation, you say, hey, nah, man, I don't think the sky is blue, man. I just stepped outside. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take a picture. You see them gray cumulus clouds up there and it's about to rain? Like, what's up? See, from that perspective, we can now have a discussion. Then I can say, no, the sky is blue because from my perspective, boom, 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 whoop, here it is. And then through that discussion, we can both realize that, hey, we just have differing perspectives. But from our points of view, I understand it. I respect your point of view because you're taking a picture. I'm gonna throw a city out there. You're in North Carolina. So yeah, in North Carolina, yeah, there's a gray haze over the sky right now. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the temperature is 40 degrees or whatever. That's how men talk. That's how you get to truth. That's how you get to understanding. But when you come out talking about your feelings, what the fuck is the next man supposed to do? You feel? Okay, what's the solution to that? How do we fix that? How do we bring some sort of resolution to that? Grown ass men crying about how you feel. Let me tell you something right now. If I ever offend you, I don't do it on purpose. Well, sometimes I do purposely offend some people. I just don't respect them. But if I ever offend you and I didn't, you feel a certain way, don't there, and you're a grown man, don't come to me with your feelings. Express the grievance. What's up, Brim Dog? What's up, Adrian Taylor? What's up, Troy Ellis? Nah, Mitty, I can't talk like that the rest of the show. Get out your feelings, grown men. Fuck your feelings. Period. I'm gonna say that. Let me say it one more time. If I ever hurt your feelings and you want to come to me, remember this. Fuck F-U-C-K your Y-O-U-R feelings. Okay? Men have to learn how to play past their emotions and feelings. It's good to acknowledge your feelings. It's good to acknowledge your emotions. But you acknowledge them and you deal with them on your own time. Or you seek out a therapist. Call a close friend. Talk to your grandmama or your mama, your wife, your girlfriend, somebody that you're close with. And if you're not close with anyone, go use your insurance and find and seek medical help. Because you got to get over it. You got to move on. You got to dust yourself off, put your chin up, and move. Again, fuck your feelings. I know a lot of brothers ain't been told that. See, what's happened in our society, unfortunately, and I'm not saying this to denigrate anyone. I'm not saying this to say you're less than if you've gone through this situation. But we've had now 2 generations of this epidemic of single mother homes raising boys. And not all boys raised in single mother homes fit this description, because there's a lot of single mothers out there who are at least wise enough to have their sons around uncles, cousins, granddaddy, or they have a good enough relationship with the father to where the child can see that father regularly and see how a man reacts to adverse situations. I'm not talking about you people in that fit that description. I'm talking about the brothers who's only been around mama, auntie, mama's friends, and grandmama. And then you go to church. Church is 80% single moms these days. So you got grown ass men in their 30s, in their 20s, in their 40s that have never learned how to resolve conflict as a man, other than fighting. Fighting and shooting is the only, you consider that a manly way of solving conflict. You bitch, moan, bitch, cry, act like a bitch, then you want to fight. That's all bitch behavior. You're right, Tasha, coaches. Some women have their children around coaches and these in sports. That's why I do halfway, still support sports when it comes to young men, because sometimes that's the only manhood that these young men are going to be around. But a lot of these dudes weren't around much of that, or they were around little of it. So they think the path to being listened to is to bitch, moan, and complain. To cry about what's going on. And I'm not saying it's not. I'm against crying. It's good to cry. If you feel it, let it out. And then once you let it out, you get off your ass and do something about it. That's the mark of a man. After you done crying, you do something about it. But you got niggas who sit around on the internet crying. Why you hating on LeBron James? Ooh, you talk so bad about Michael Jordan. Oh man, Jay-Z's the greatest. I can't hear anything you said about him. Well, I just laid out about 25 indisputable facts. You want to talk about that? No, I'm not going to talk about that. No, because Jay-Z's the GOAT. And you besmirched his name. Oh God, my feelings. Oh God, Hove. You niggas is who I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. If somebody don't like your favorite entertainer, guess what? That's their goddamn right. You look like a bitch going around asking, well, why you hating? No, God, no. You shouldn't think that way. No, follow the program. That's a major problem that we have right now in our society. And it needs to stop. Yeah, you're right, Kirk. On that woe is me mentality. The shit needs to stop. And it needs to stop now. It needs to stop now. Big Sky said, a lot of grown men need old-fashioned ass whooping with a switch. You damn right. Yeah, Van Jones ass niggas. You right, Omar. It's all part of the Pacification of America. Even sports is soft now. It used to be sports was the last bastion that men see. My generation grew up, thank God I had a father, but a lot of my generation grew up without a father. But my generation that grew up without a father, we used to at least have straight up man talk on, at least in sports, it was man shit. Now my generation is raising another generation of kids without fathers, and oh my God. Here's why I'm bringing this up. Because manhood is always going to be manhood. The people who control the levers of power in society will always, always, always operate by the levers of manhood. They're not going to listen to you cry, bitch, moan, and complain. The only men who are going to listen to you cry, bitch, moan, and complain are other beta males. Greetings, Ramon James. Like, I see this a lot. I go around online, not scan, because I used to be really bad. I don't be knowing what's going on in certain levels of society, especially on the entertainment end of the game. I try to stick to the stuff, the news, the business, the marketing, the market, the history, the music. That's kind of where I go around and spend my time. I don't spend much time on entertainment news or celebrity gossip. But celebrity gossip is a lot of what people are into. So being someone that's a content creator, someone that talks a lot, I at least have to halfway know what's going on with some of this stuff, just in case one of those topics come up on Craig Facts, or if I'm doing an interview on someone else's show and they bring it up, I have to halfway know what's going on in the celebrity entertainment world, being someone who speaks on a lot of things. So over the last year, I've gotten more into what's going on out there, and I heard of something called the Black manosphere. And I'm not taking shots at the manosphere. I think it's necessary because, you know, it is good to see men communicating with one another. It's really good to see men talk to one another and compare notes, talk about what they've been through, talk about some of their hang-ups, talk about some of the things that fix their situations. I have no issues with that. But as I listen to some of the content, I'm not gonna name any channels in specific, because I don't want to have no back and forth with no other people on YouTube. I ain't got time for that shit. I have bigger fish to fry than to deal with other grown ass men. But I listen to some of these channels that are in the quote unquote black manosphere, and it's a lot of bitching going on. It's a lot of crying about what women are doing wrong, and about women this and women that, and she's this and she's that. And why can women get away? See, if a man did what this woman did, if a man did that, everyone will be mad. I got a question for niggas, for any man who's ever asked that question. Well, if a man did what that woman did, it wouldn't have been the same. I got a question. Are you a man or do you want to be a woman? Yeah, women may get away with it. So that's their women. They're women. You don't. You don't. You're a man. So what? Okay, yes, you got away with it, and you're a man. Do you want a pussy too? Why are you complaining about that? Some of the worst optics for our young men to see, our youth coming up, is men complaining that they can't get away with what a woman gets away with. Why would you compare yourself to a woman? As a man, I can pull my dick out and write my name in the sand when I piss. D, do circles with this motherfucker. D, W, A, drink some more water, N. I can do that. She can't. I don't want to be judged on the scale of what a woman can get away with versus what a man can get away with. Now, I don't have an issue, with men critiquing women, because there are a lot of critiques that women need to understand when it comes to men. There's a miscommunication between men and women of today. And I think for the most part, and then someone mentioned his name earlier, I think Kevin Samuels gives really good suggestions. I mean, how can I say that? Kevin Samuels, he does a good job of identifying the problems in the miscommunication between men and women. So I'm not acting like I'm going at Kevin Samuels. I do have issues with certain things that he says. Usually it's around the solutions. But, I think that overall, he does a good job of addressing the issue. So I don't want nobody going around saying DeWan is talking about Kevin Samuels. I'm talking about the black manosphere in general. Because there is a lot of good game within the black manosphere as I listen to some of these podcasts that are quote unquote in this manosphere. They do bring up very good questions. My issues is when they get to complaining what men get away with versus what women get away with. So the fuck what? I got a solution to that, men. Stop nutting up in hood rats. That could solve a lot of this shit. What's up, Lori Brown? That'll solve a lot of these issues a lot of you dudes be having about women. I get tired of hearing men complain about women, but you got 2 or 3 different baby mamas. It can't be that bad. You nothing up raw. They can't be that bad if you over here dropping off seeds in different areas. You got, goddamn, you got 4 babies by 4 women, nigga. But you always complaining about women? Nigga, at least put a condom on. Shit. Get a vasectomy. And niggas be nutting up in the worst of these women. Y'all be pulling some sorry ass women. And let's just tell the truth, ladies. Like, that's one thing I do appreciate Kevin Samuels for reminding a lot of women that, hell, just because you're a woman don't make you special. You ain't special just because you're a woman. You special because of how you made yourself into a better person. What skills do you have? Are you a nice person? Do you listen? Do you know how to love? Do you know how to treat other people with respect? Do you have dignity? That's what makes you special. Having 2 titties and a pussy don't make you special. A lot of women believe that it does, and it doesn't. And have a lot of dudes that believe that shit too. So, cause y'all go around dumping babies off and straight up female losers. I remember back when I was single. I appreciate Quan for the Cash App. You right, Smoke Splitter. And then they turn around and make fun of pro-blacks. That's right, man. Us as men need to solve these issues. We need to solve the issue. What's up, Miss Porsche? Men don't sit around here and complain about the issue. We get off our ass and we solve it. Sitting around crying about what women are doing, you look like a bitch. Stop nutting in sorry women. Women are like anything else. You have good women, you got bad women. You have a lot of women that are in the middle. Learn yourself first, and through knowledge of self, it'll be easier to learn the women that you're around. Niggas go around nutting in. It's a woman. I mean, I saw this a lot in my 20s. Women that everybody done had they turn with. Here you coming behind nutting. Now you got a baby with her. Now you hate all women because of this baby mama. Ooh, I can't stand her. I can't stand women this, women that, women this, women that. No, nigga. You just had a baby by a sorry ass woman. That means you probably a sorry ass nigga. Shit, when I was single, I could recognize, I could see a sorry ass woman from a mile away. Oh, she got ass. But goddamn, every time I say something, she say something. It's a challenge. Every time I speak, every time I talk, she talk. But your dumb ass went and nutted in her on the first day you met her and never figured this shit out. Now you tied at the hip with her for the rest of your life. Because you didn't do what a responsible man do and at least get to know this woman's last name. See her mama and see how she acts around her mama. You just had to get that nut raw. That's beta male bullshit. That's beta male bullshit. Stop rewarding trifling women with dick. If she trifling, move on. There's plenty of good ass women out there. Oh my God. It is so many good women out there. And women. Here's what I got to say to you when it comes to that. The one area I disagree with, one of the areas I disagree with Kevin Samuels is he's always telling the women you have to look a certain way. You got to be a size 4. You got to weigh, your BMI got to be this. You got to weigh that. That's hogwash. Let me tell you something, ladies. Men like it all. And what's a 10 to one man is a 7 to the next man. What's a 7 to one man is a 9 to the other one. What's a 9 to this man is a 5 to someone else. Looks, body type, build, that's all relative. I look at my man, like one of my best friends is Larry. Y'all know Larry. That's my dog. But usually the women he considers a 10, I consider an 8. Well, now we kind of agree on the 10s. The women he consider a 9, I call it 7. Some of the women I call a 9, he may see as a 7 or a 6. So ladies, you don't have to go around trying to fit into one body type, to look one way. Here's my advice to the ladies. Whatever your frame, whatever your height, whatever your build, be the best you can be within that. Because I look at some women, they would. Some of y'all women, man, y'all be so thick, that booty be nice, them titties be popping. You would not look good at 140 pounds. No. Keep that 190 pounds of thickness. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. Man, some women look good at 210 pounds, them thick ass legs. Man, shit, us grown ass men, us niggas, shit. I'm a big ass black dude, man. I'm 6'2". I've been above 300 pounds since I was 16. You think I want some 5 foot tall, 110 pound girl? Hell nah. Nope. I want the thickums of the thickums. And I'm a producer. And I'm all those things of a top level man. My wife don't work. I tell you that. My wife don't work. So ladies, you don't have to be 112 pounds. But if you have a small frame, if your frame is little, then yeah, you probably should be 110 pounds. I know some women just have a little frame. I know some women, when they start getting to 150 pounds, they chin start sagging and it don't kind of look right. No, lady, now you probably need to be 120, 130 pounds. I know other women, shit, when they get down to 180, 190, they start looking sick. You better eat that extra piece of chicken. Shit. Looks are relative. The only thing I would say to that, women, because men are visual, whatever frame you are, just don't get sloppy with it. Men generally don't like sloppy looking women. Like if you're the kind of woman that's shaped like a bell pepper, you might not want to get a big stomach. Rodney Anderson said Bobby Rush dancer. Yeah, they be thick as hell. But some women are shaped like olives. Big belly, little titties. Not too many men like that. You may want to, tighten that up. But it's still going to be somebody out there for you, even if you don't. If you're going to be a woman, a big woman, or whatever you are, work on whatever size you are as a woman, work on your attitude. Men want to know, can you listen? can you provide and do the things he either can't or are unwilling to do? How are you with organizing paperwork? Can a man depend on you to file things correctly? You know, can a man depend on you? Like if a man is sick, can you take care of him? Can you, heal his wounds? Are you pleasant to be around? Do you smell good? Number one, do you love yourself? Do you love yourself? Because how can you love me properly if you don't love you? Those are some of the things that really matter. Because I'm going to tell you something my dad told me. And my mom's beautiful. She always has been. My dad told me when I was a young boy, I was probably about 10 years old. My dad said, look, looks are important, but you don't want to base everything on looks. How she treats you is just as important, if not more important. Is she around when you need her? Is she going to help you out when you in a pinch? My dad said very clearly, look, every top 10 beauty out there is one car accident away from all that shit being taken. Are you going to leave the woman who's held you down all this time because her looks were taken by a car accident? Or are you going to be a man and lift her through that the way she lifted you through your bullshit? What kind of man are you? What kind of character do you have? My dad's been telling me that shit since I was 10. Because he said when he got with my mom, and they've been married for over 40 years, my dad was like, my dad had a bunch of women when he got with my mom. Then he had me. And he was like, I wasn't trying to be that dude that had babies everywhere. He already had my brother by someone else. Now he had me on the way. And he said that like he was going through a rough spot in his life at this time. My dad always has a little bit of cheddar on him. But at this time he was going through a rough stretch. And he needed a battery for his car. And this is back in the 80s and the 70s. This is before you could just run to the ATM or get a debit card. You didn't have debit cards back then. And you had to wait till you got paid to get your money. And he was just going through a real rough spot in his life. And he was like, my mom was like, shit, you need a battery? I'll buy it. I got you. And my dad said he saw something, he noticed something. He was like, man, out of all the women I have, this one here has my back. My dad said that he dumped the rest of them women that weekend. And he committed to my mom. And they have had a wonderful, beautiful marriage ever since. My dad always pointed out to me, it's about the substance of a woman. It's about her substance. Her substance. And my mom is a woman of character and substance. See, let me tell you something. The difference between me, when I talk about relationships, maybe I should talk about them more. I really would rather not be in that space. It's funny, I'm a Gemini, I'm weird. I literally got a company, a business, where I do communication coaching and I do relationship coaching. I'm an official licensed relationship coach with a bachelor's degree in communication studies. I'm about as official as it comes when it comes to relationships and communication. There is no getting more official than me. I'm licensed with the International Relationship Coach Foundation. I got a degree in communication studies. I grew up in a 2-parent household with parents who were still married. Hell, I went to go stop by my parents' house a couple days ago to kick it with them, me and my wife. They weren't there. Why? They was off at a casino somewhere having fun. Because now my parents are both retired. Them niggas be getting it in. So I was raised in a model home with model upstanding parents. And now I'm a married man with an extremely happy wife that loves and adores me. So when y'all listen to me talk about relationships, this ain't some conceptual shit. I have both the book knowledge and the live applied knowledge that I'm sharing to you guys. That's the point of view I'm coming from. I'm speaking from experience and academically. You're not going to find too many me's out here. You're not going to find too many DwannBrowns out here when it comes to talking about relationships. I've shown improved. And I show improve every day. You're right, Big Sky. Getting married, he said that was one of the best decisions you made in your life. Yeah. Getting married was one of the best decisions I made in my life, too. Man, one of the happiest day of my life is May 9th, 2014. The day I got married to my wife. Man, our relationship was great before then, and it's gotten 50 times greater since then. Mickey Knox, you on the golf course? Salute to you, my brother. And I'm not saying this to discount other people, because other people can talk to you about relationships from the perspective of not being successful. I totally believe it. People, because they can speak to you from where they made their mistakes. And they can show you not to make the mistakes that they made. So I'm not saying people who aren't married can't talk about relationships. That's not what I'm saying. They can, because they have a perspective of someone who's been there and they've had the time to reflect on the areas where they may have come short. So I'm not saying that they don't have a voice. They absolutely do have a voice. I'm just letting you know that my voice is a little bit different. That's all. That's all I'm here saying, is my voice is a little bit different. I ain't that one. I'm speaking from success. My grandparents on both sides died married. My mom's parents, my dad's parents. So I don't even know what divorce smells like. I don't know what picking a bad spouse looks like. So that's the point of view I'm coming at you from. Both to the ladies and the men. A major error is that people make is they choose the wrong people. I see women do this, I see men do this. But especially women do this. You friend zone the guy that's probably the best guy for you, and you want to get with the guy who smashes a certain way. And then get mad when that dude that smashes a certain way won't let go the other women that he's smashing. Look, if y'all relationship is all centered around that, then what do you have that other women don't have? Because unfortunately, there have been too many women raised with the mindset of you sitting on the gold mine. I've had some beautiful female friends through my life that I've heard say that their moms gave them that horrible, horrible advice. You better, man, you sitting on the gold mine. You better use that to get what you want out these men. Ladies, if your pussy is your only leverage, let me tell you very clearly, you have no leverage. You have zero leverage. Because that's very easy to get. You better have more substance behind that. You better have some substance behind that. Because if you don't have substance behind that, you're going to be one of many. That's just the truth, ladies. If you have no substance to go with what's between your legs, you're not going to be the only one. I can promise you that. Good point, Landmark. Women's children, yeah, you're right. Middle school women be wanting the dude with the car, the baby boy, the thug. That man got a lot of options. You better learn how to find substance. One of my favorite segments on Craig Facts, and salute to Craig Facts, is on the suggested channels. Subscribe to Craig Facts. I love doing that show every Tuesday and Thursday. The time says 3:30, but niggas really don't get started till about 4:15, 4:20. I love Craig Facts. And one of my favorite segments of Craig Facts is when we have a female guest and Craig goes around and asks, would you smash? And he points to all the different dudes. One thing about that segment, I was telling my wife this the other day. I'm already knowing, because he don't ask every woman that question. He only asks certain ones that question. The ones he asked that question, I'm already knowing 95, 98, 99.9% of the time, when it comes to me, they gonna say no. I always listen to the reason why they say no. And it's usually the same thing. Same shit when I was single. See, Dwan, he's such a good person. I think he's more of a friend. And I'll be sitting there laughing my ass off. People in the chat room, and then I'll read the chat room on Craig Facts, and then it'll be some of these lame ass dudes in there. See, all that knowledge ain't gonna get you the pussy, man. Shit, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that. And I just be laughing. Cause I be thinking in my head like, yeah, you got a nice body, but I don't want you. I don't want to be around no woman that can't identify as substance. You're the last chick that I want to be with. You know how many women out there got big booties and they can identify substance and appreciate the substance that I bring? I'm not offended. Matter of fact, if you did say you would with me, I'd be a little bit confused. Because I understand that most women have been trained to look for the wrong things in men. They have. And then they want to complain when the men, they keep choosing the same type of man, but then they want to sit around and bitch and complain about men. No, you keep choosing the same type man, the type man who ain't never gonna settle down. Not just with you, with anybody. Well, even those dudes, all dudes have one or two women that they looking at, but they're not gonna settle down with you. And other people on the show be getting mad when they don't get chosen, or they want to fight, crack jokes. To me, that part is the funnest part of the show to me. Like, let me see what she's gonna say this time. This shit is about to be hilarious. I'm already knowing the main problem with women is they're picker. Most women don't know how to choose. And therein lies the complaints. They keep choosing the same type dudes. And then complain when it keeps going the same type way. I've never been the type of person that had to feel like I had to prove myself to any woman or anybody. I'm Dwan motherfucking Brown. I'm confident as hell. I ain't got to prove shit. I am the substance. And any woman smart enough to see that, like my wife was, that's who I'm committed to. And I'll still get men that'll come around and be like, yeah, man, but Dwan, you fat. Okay. Fat and happy. You in shape, beta male crying bitch ass man. In my opinion, the key to life, you want to live a life of substance and joy, internal joy. One thing about this life game, you can have this life however you want it. However you cut it, you can have it. If you believe life is supposed to be miserable, then guess what? You are going to have a miserable life. Some people believe they only got to get someone that looks a certain way so they can put that person on their arm and brag to their friends about who they got. Then turn around and cry when that woman or that man turn around and fuck one of their friends. Because you image conscious, not substance conscious, dumbass. As long as you stay on that, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to stay on that vain image level, that's fine. But that level comes with its own dirt. And if you're all about image and you're all about vanity and you're all about the look, guess what? There's always going to be someone else with more money. There's always going to be someone else that dresses better. There's always going to be someone else that looks better. There's always going to be someone else that has a little more game than you got. A little bit of mouthpiece than you got. There are always going to be those out there. And if who you're deciding to be with is on that vibration, then you make yourself susceptible to these things. We have someone here in the chat room right now doing exactly what I said earlier. So are you saying? Remember that when people say, so are you saying? And they try to reframe what you're saying into a small little snippet, their feelings is hurt. They don't want to deal with the substance of what you're saying. Sean Isaac, did I say that, you dumb nigga? Let's put this nigga on the Summer's thing. Now, go back, give the advice. I'm gonna give you the advice that I said earlier. We're live, but the rewind works. Go rewind and go tell me where I said don't dress better. Do that. Go back, and if you find where I said don't dress good because others dress better, then I'll address what you had to say. Hit the rewind button and tell me where I said that. See, these niggas that get their feelings hurt, they look how quick they jump out. They reframe what you're saying to address their insecurity around what you're saying. Don't do that to me. Deal with what I said. Deal with what I said, not your reframing of what I said. That's disingenuous, it's not honest, and it's not respectable. You want respect, deal with what's said. God damn, you niggas is simple. That's nothing I don't like around me. I don't like simple shit. What's up, Kendall, in the chat room? I'm a substantive person. I deal in substance. Meaning, if I say something, you deal with the whole of what I said. You don't create a straw argument, then get to bitching, moaning, and crying around that. That don't work here. That goes back to the original topic of this show. Nobody respects a crying man. The primary issue I have with this whole manosphere shit. Because it's just a circle jerk of men crying. What's up, Larry? I was talking about you earlier in the chat. Nobody respects a crying man. I didn't say don't dress good. I didn't say don't take care of yourself. I didn't say don't get in shape. I said very clearly, don't let that be your lead. Don't let that be your substance. Don't let superficiality be the whole existence of your substance. It can accentuate your substance. It's optimal to have those things along with the substance. But it's no replacement for the substance. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? It's no replacement for the substance. Be substance first, because guess what? When you marry someone, when you're with someone, you have to be around them all the time. When you're with somebody every day and they're complaining, Nick just nagging and complaining, nagging and complaining, you think you don't give a shit about how big they ass is? How well they dress? When you wake up, they nagging and complaining. Middle of the day, they nagging and complaining. End of the night, they nagging and complaining. You go play basketball, sprain your ankle, and for all that nagging and complaining, she can't even get off her ass and get an ice pack to help heal your wounds. Oh, but she look good to my homeboys though. All I'm saying is this. If that's the whole of what you're looking for, somebody else is going to do it bigger, better, and badder than you. And when she comes across that person, she probably going to get that motherfucker the draws and you going to be crying. I remember back when I was single. You know how many chicks cheated on they Lexus driving six-pack having boyfriend with my fat 340-pound ass? Women love that substance thing. Let me tell you something, brothers. When you a man that say what you mean and mean what you say, but that's harder to do. It's hard to be a man that say what you mean and mean what you say, because that requires character. A character that started being developed and built from your youth. You don't just wake up one day in your 20s and your 30s and be somebody like that. That's some shit you have to work on over a long time. Nah, Willie Beeman, the only cap is when your mama put her mouth on my dick. That's the only cap that we have over here. When she cap off my dick with her mouth. That's the cap. Substance. I'm trying to give you niggas the keys to long-standing happiness. Yes, I know I sound different than what you're used to hearing. But what you're used to hearing comes from a whole bunch of motherfuckers who can't show you with their life a woman that respects them. Now, they can't show you with their life, with their walk, long-standing, fruitful, positive, loving relationships. They can't show you that. Hey, Larry. Look at this nigga Willie beaming in the chat room. That show you right there. These niggas is dumb as hell. I literally have eyewitnesses in the chat room to how I got down when I was single. But these superficial beta males can't believe it because they've been raised to believe that they gotta look a certain way. They gotta act a certain way. They gotta talk a certain way. And now you in your 30s and you in your 40s, still lonely. Maybe you're doing it wrong. Maybe you're doing it wrong. Maybe. Oh, that nigga Sean Isaac is mad right now. Ooh, Sean Isaac is mad right now. Ooh, he's sitting in my chat room crying. But you listening to me. This nigga looking like Charlie Wilson's autistic nephew with a fake gold watch. That nigga got his watch out of one of them machines at the grocery store. How many quarters it take you to get that watch, nigga? That watch ain't landed you not one bitch. And look at that nigga nose. I see why you single. The last chick you tried to kiss, you snipped all her hair in your right nostril. Bitch head was stuck like in a vacuum for 2 weeks. Lord, I be having fun. You know why this is fun? Because at the end of the day, anybody that has it that's detracting, you're listening to me. That's right, Guru Cam. You're right, Guru Cam. Now, let me go back to what you said. Oh, what's up, Jayla Baxter? That's right, Guru Cam. Player once said it's 10% looks and 90% how you carry yourself. Oh, yeah. And a woman of substance, she can sniff a bitch. She can sniff a bitch-ass man from 10 miles away. Cold Crush said he robbed Boot Capone for his watch. Omar said his women want controlled substance. This shouldn't be a foreign concept, but it is. It is a foreign concept to a lot of these men. They haven't been told this. And they wonder why they have the look, they have the attire, they have the car, but they can't seem to find nobody. It's because all the women with substance could see from a mile away that you was a bitch on the inside. And she was like, nah, I'm not gonna show that good side to him. Let's move on to the next. What's up, 100 grand Los? Is that Carlos? 100 grand Los? I'm trying to see a picture. You like the nigga? You like this nigga I went to high school with named Carlos? I ain't talked to that nigga in years. Carlos, is that 100 grand Los? Are you Carlos from Westchester? That nigga look like him, kind of. That nigga look like the nigga I went to high school with. Yeah, but value, looks, all that shit's relative. Another thing men need to stop crying over. Stop crying because somebody don't like you. Oh, that's you, Carlos? Carlos, oh, what's up, nigga? What's up, Carlos? I went to high school with that nigga. I didn't see you at the reunion, brother. A couple years ago, you weren't at the reunion. Where was you at, man? I was hoping I saw this nigga at the 20-year reunion. It's good to see you now, 100 grand Los. Good to see you now. I hope all is well with you and your family. I hope all is well with you and your family. Much love to you, 100 grand Los. My nigga Carlos, Westchester High School. Westchester High School. Yeah. Oh, you was on vacation? Okay. Yeah, now I want to transition into what else I want to. Randy Moss. Grown-ass men, look. When issues arrive, when people don't like you, when you confront racism, you can't be crying like a bitch. The last thing you want to do when talking about race and issues in society, the last thing you want to do is cry. The dominant society does not respect crying men. Again, this is why we need to clean up this behavior in-house. Because when we leave this house, when we go outside into the greater society, into the larger world, no one is going to respect a bitch ass crying, complaining man. Oh, you got your hoodie, Santone? Thank you for ordering. Much appreciation. Yes, sir, Carlos. When you go out into the greater society, no one's going to respect a man that's crying, bitching, and complaining about his situation. They only respect people who do something about it. Manny G as was coaches and smashing Miss Madden. Probably. I know Miss Madden was. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Salute to Miss Madden. I still talk to Miss Madden on Twitter. And I be seeing Miss Madden at the Drew League. I saw Miss Madden at the Drew League earlier this year. Salute to Miss Madden. I don't want to spread that. But I do know that if you play ball and Miss Madden was the math class that you got put in, you're going to get a guaranteed passing grade. I know that. And salute to Coach Azam. But yeah, when you go out into the greater society, they're not going to listen to a crying man. They only listen to crying men in the manosphere. If you're in the manosphere, just understand this. Get your cry on. Cry to them other men. Just understand, when you leave that manosphere circle, nobody else wants to hear you crying. Nobody else is going to respect you crying. Nobody respects a crying man. Nobody respects a crying man. Randy Moss, former NFL great, somebody who I used to actually, back when I watched football, Randy Moss was my guy. He was my guy. I don't watch football no more, but when I did, this was my guy. There was a report over the weekend that Raiders coach John Gruden made some racially insensitive comments. Why people who watch the NFL are surprised, I don't know. The NFL ain't nothing but a big ass plantation. So why niggas are surprised a white man is being racist in the context of the NFL, I don't get it. I sort of expect all them motherfuckers to be racist, to tell you the truth. I remember this something Dick Gregory used to say. Rest in peace, Dick Gregory. But remember, Dick Gregory used to be like, the most racist person in America is the football coach. Remember when Dick Gregory said that? He used to be like, the most racist person in America is the football coach. Because the football player who can outrun God with a football can say, fuck you, coach, I ain't listening to you. And that white boy can't say nothing back. Because that boy can outrun God with a football. Something like that. I fucked up. Rest in peace, Dick Gregory. I messed up your quote. It's something like that he used to always say. But Dick Gregory wasn't lying. The most racist person out there is the football coach. Because he got all these talented niggas out here that he has to control that can say fuck you, and he can't do nothing about it because he need that nigga to run that street so he can get that 40-yard play action pass completed. So hell yeah, the football coach is hella racist because he got to deal with these niggas up front, in their face, close all day. The owner can sit back in his luxury suite and never talk to a player. The coach got to talk to these niggas every day. So the coach is oftentimes the most racist. So while addressing this issue, I'm not going to play the video because I don't want a copyright strike. But I will play the audio. I will play the audio of Randy Moss talking about John Gruden. Here we go. And then we'll get back and talk about it.
I speak about the game of football. I fell in love with the game of football, Sam, at 6 years old. And I get emotional talking about it because of situations like this. My civil rights were taken, were kind of messed with in high school over the color of my skin. And now being able to play 14 years in the National Football League, to have something like this of a leader. We talk about leadership. We give guys these big contracts because they want to be able to lead 70 men, coaches, equipment staff, and managers to the number one goal, and that's to win the championship. And for us to be moving back and not forward in 21st century, like I said, man, National Football League, this hurts me. The clock is ticking, man. I'm sorry.
No.
I can play for you, but I'd rather not. Okay? I'd rather not do it, but if I have to do it, I will.
Randy. No. That ain't it, man. Oh, yeah, this is fair use, motherfucker. Don't copyright strike my shit. But Randy. This is the same NFL that told y'all to shut up and play football, fuck your human rights, and you decided to continue to work for them. You decided to still work for them after the year. And look, first of all, the NFL was obviously racist long before the whole Colin Kaepernick situation. But the way they told y'all to shut up and play football and no, we're not going to address what you're protesting about, but here's Jay-Z to give you a good show, you knew what it was, man. Now you crying? Dude. Nigga Larry said, Randy sounds like a mediocre banjo player. Black men. Black men, black men, black men, black men, black men, black men. We ain't gonna get nowhere as a society when the roughest and the toughest of us is crying like bitches. My only wish is if he gonna cry, I wish at least 2 or 3 of those tears got down to that ashy ass bottom lip of his. God damn, that bottom lip is ashy. Was he eating powdered donuts in between commercials, brother? And I love Randy Moss, man. I still like Randy Moss. Even though I don't watch football, I still like Randy Moss. But dude, you're making us all look bad. Unfortunately, when it comes to black people, whenever one speaks and does something, it implicates all of us, especially when we're speaking on the matters of race. Especially when speaking on the matters of race. You ain't got no time to cry. There's nothing to cry about when it comes to racism. Racism is nothing to cry over. When it comes to racism, that's something that we as the men gotta do something about. Appreciate the Cash App for the culture. I appreciate it. This is something that we gotta do something about. We fix racism. We don't cry over racism, brother. Who the fuck is John Gruden anyway? Why is what he said so important? That's an old mustard-smelling Chucky doll looking thug. John Gruden ain't shit. Come on, black men. You crying over this? I mean, for real. Like, let's just take a step back over it. Let's take a step back. Let's take a step back. Let's take a step back. This is what you mad at what this motherfucker has to say? This Chucky, this Three's Company looking shit face. He got herpes on his lips. He ain't got no eyebrows. You crying over that? He looks like an empty soul. This motherfucker looks like a Halloween prop. When he spits, it drizzles down his chin because he ain't got no lips. This genetically recessive cousin fucking Tales from the Crypt thug. Black men, black men. You crying over that? This person has something negative to say? If you don't talk about him and this ugly ass mama that shitted him out, damn crying, talk about him and his mama and his daddy and his grandparents. His grandparents probably came from Eastern Europe 100 years ago with Neanderthal blood. He looks like a Visigoth or a Vandal. They were losers in Europe, probably in prison when they were in Europe. They had scurvy. And so they hopped on that boat when America said, bring us your meek, you're weak, you're poor. Because America was trying to displace niggas out of the workforce. America put that call out, bring us your weak, bring us your poor. Basically, bring us all your degenerates. Bring them here to the United States of America. And that's this dude's mama and daddy. He couldn't play football, that's why he's coaching. And he only got the coaching job because the NFL truly don't want many black coaches. He ain't even the most qualified to coach. Think about all the black players who were passed over on coaching gigs because they were black. So they hired this Chuck E. Cheese doll. And you crying over that, black men. You should never cry over what a white boy gotta say to you. Never. Talk about slaves, Slavic. This motherfucker's family probably slaves for the last 500 years in Europe. He probably comes from 10, 15, 20 generation of European slaves. Because the people that come from the European aristocracy class, those are the ones who own the team. Those are the sponsors, the people that get naming rights for the stadiums. The aristocracy Europeans. The ones who are playing and coaching football, I can bet you, I guarantee you, I don't guarantee you, I'm 80% sure I'm right. The majority, 80% of the ones playing football and coaching football, they come from the slave class of Europe. These are not the motherfuckers you need to be crying over. Stop this shit. Stop this shit. Stop crying and complaining. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. If they say something negative about you, derogatory about you, say something back about them. When they go low, you go lower. Motherfucker look 3 weeks away from having skin cancer, and you talking about him. This old John Ritter looking bastard. You crying over this? That nigga said he look like he bleed dust. We got a lot of house cleaning to do as a black society. We really do. We got some major house cleaning to do. We can't move into 2022 with these kind of niggas. Niggas that go around on the internet crying, bitching, and moaning about what somebody else said. And niggas on TV crying, bitching, and moaning about what a white boy said to them. This shit needs to stop. I still love Randy Moss, man. You still my brother. But no, that's not a good look, man. That's not a good look. Crying is not a good look. Nigga, do you have some of the gray hairs on your beard stuck on your bottom lip? God damn, this motherfucker's lips look like a dried out crustacean. You ever pull? You know how it is when you peel the shrimp off, the shrimp shell off, and it's kind of looking a little bit crusty? Yeah, that's how his nigga lips are looking right here. We ain't got time to have ashy lip niggas crying over people who look like this. He looks like he steals offering from Catholic Church. Don't he? John Gruden? Look like he stole the offering from Catholic Church. This nigga right here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Willie Beeman said that nigga lips are like foreskin. Nigga said his bottom lip look like ginger root. It's Halloween. Halloween's 3 weeks away. Get your John Gruden stuffed doll to scare all the children away. If you want to scare trick-or-treaters, get a stuffed doll that look like this little little rat, and put it on your desk. Put it on your porch. This nigga look like he got split ends too. John Gruden got split ends and no eyebrows. And you crying over this shit. Ringmaster says Sour Patch Kid face. Yeah. Now, I think look like one of them Cabbage Patch Kids from back in the 80s. Yeah, I remember them Cabbage Patch Kids. That's how this motherfucker look. It's just sad when we got these athletic gods like Randy Moss crying over a Cabbage Patch Kid. Look at this shit. Don't they look alike? Don't they look alike? No. I'm gonna tell you who he looked like. I'm gonna tell you who Chucky Doll looked like. Remember that movie from back in the 90s, late 80s? Problem Child? This motherfucker John Gruden is Problem Child all grown up. Look at this. The Problem Child's all grown up. They even got the same hairdo, don't they? And Randy Moss is crying over this shit. No. Black men. Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids. I forgot about the Garbage Pail Kids. He do look like a garbage pail kid. Randy Moss, you crying over a Garbage Pail Kid. Look at that. You mad because this motherfucker said some racially insensitive comment. John Gruden's face is racially insensitive. He looks like a Nordic that should have been locked in Europe. God damn you Moors, I love the Moors, but why in the hell did y'all have to give these motherfuckers some knowledge? They were locked away in Europe from the fall of the Roman Empire until 1492. These motherfuckers were not allowed to travel the high seas. Nor did they have the knowledge or technology to do so. China had built that Great Wall to keep them out of China. You had those natural barriers with the Caucasus Mountains. They were locked away in Europe until 1492. And here you are crying and complaining about what this motherfucker said. We got a lot of house cleaning to do, black folks. We have a lot of house cleaning to do. We have a lot of house cleaning to do as a people. A lot of house cleaning. Fellas, if you having issues with the ladies, you in your 30s, you in your 40s, and you can't quite find cooperation from the women, it's not the women's fault. You got to look inside yourself and fix you. Because when you fix you, you'll find a woman who isn't broken. A complete whole woman ain't gonna waste her time with a broken man. And vice versa, ladies. A complete whole man ain't gonna waste too much time on a broken woman. Seek help. I don't know if she's still in here, but earlier, Kendall was in here. She's a great hypnotherapist. She will help you get to the root of your problems so you can then fix them and move on. Don't be dealing with the same problems in your 30s that you was dealing with in your 20s. You shouldn't be dealing with the same problems in your 40s that you were dealing with in your 30s. If you're still dealing with the same problems decade after decade, year after year, guess who the problem is? You. You. Guru said Randy smokes cigarettes backwards. Thank you, Star. I appreciate you, Star. Much appreciation to Star in the chat room. Clint, you say you need a hypnotherapist? Star just put Kendall's information up in my chat room. She's dope. Knowledge of self solves all of these problems. You gotta know who you are. You gotta wrestle and tame that subconscious that's controlling you, putting these negative thoughts in your head, having you believe total lies about yourself. Yeah, if women keep cheating on you, it's something that you gotta, brother, my heart goes out to you. It's something that you have to remember this about relationships. Relationships, whether it be romantic relationships, friendships, they're all a mirror. The people that you're closest with are a mirror with you. And if you don't like what you see in that reflection, that's because it's something inside that you're not aware of that needs to be dealt with. Let me tell you something, people, man, the subconscious is a motherfucker. Going back to earlier when I was talking about people being raised without a father. It's a lot of subconscious nonsense that gets put in your mind. You know, your father left because of issues between he and your mother or economic issues or whatever. And as a young child, you internalize those issues. You start blaming yourself. You start thinking it's something wrong with you. Because that's what happens in the mind of a child. In the mind of a child, it's only natural to internalize a world around you that's dysfunctional. You don't understand as a child the laws of cause and effect. As a child, you don't understand that adults have their issues that have absolutely nothing to do with you. You were born in a situation that's greater than you. But as a child, you don't understand that. So you internalize it. You then start to blame yourself for what you're going through. That's okay. Fix it. If you go to therapy, if you go to hypnotherapy, you'll start to find those subconscious ideals and ideologies and thoughts that are controlling your conscious behavior. Remember, 90% of brain activity is either subconscious or unconscious. Only 10% of your brain activity is actually conscious work. Your subconscious controls your hair growth. That scab that comes on your arm after you cut it. Your body language. These are all things controlled by your subconscious. How you view the world. Your subconscious controls all that. And if you've had bad information stuffed in that subconscious between the ages of 0 to 8 during your theta state, before your brain was fully online and functioning in order to discriminate good information from bad information, you've got a lot of poison put in your mind about yourself. Or you created negative thoughts about yourself based on an outward world that you didn't quite understand. That's right, Lori Brown. You are not your thoughts. But you often identify with them as if you are. Fix that. Solve that. Stop that. You fix that. You stop that. You solve that through knowledge of self. Raise your level of self-respect. Because when your self-respect is high, the world around you respects it and respects you. You train the world on how to treat you. Black man and black woman. That's why we as a race still have so far to go. Because when it comes time to issues of race, we're showing the world that we cry about it. He, 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 he. He, 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 he. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. He, 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 he. And so the world treats you as such. And so the world treats you as such. Because you don't respect yourself. You dig? That's right. Start with the man in the mirror. Michael Jackson said it. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Na 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 na. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Make that change. Go to my Incense and Ashtrays mix on Mixcloud. I did another live music mix down last night. Salute and thank everyone that was there live in the chat room. We had a good old funky good time last night in my Incense and Ashtrays live music mix down. I'm still doing some editing to my Bobby Rush video. That will be up soon. The interview. And remember, my overall message for today's broadcast is this. It's simple. Love yourself. You have to first give yourself what you're looking for in other people. You have to give yourself what you're looking for in a spouse, man or woman. You have to give yourself what you're looking for in a friend. And you have to give yourself what you're looking for from other societies and cultures. You have to be first. And when you give yourself the validation that you seek from others, you'll live an internally happy life. You will attract people that will make your life even happier. I'm going to tell you something, man. This life thing and my philosophy, I don't know what your philosophy is. My life philosophy is life is supposed to be fun. That's my philosophy. And I live by that philosophy and I stand on that philosophy. So I have a very fun marriage. All the things I do for my income, whether it be my relationship coaching, doing this with you guys, I'm having fun. I'm literally having fun from the moment I wake up to the time that I go to sleep. Because life is supposed to be fun. And everybody ain't gonna like me, and I'm fine with that. That's real talk, Lloyd Brown. White racists, they only respect the black people who get off their ass. Let me tell you something. Y'all see how much I talk about race? And I know a lot of white people. I go up in white rooms. They respect me. I don't ever hear no slick talk around me. They shake my hand and look me dead in my eye when I come around. Although they may not agree with me. But they respect I got the nuts to stand for what I believe. They know I got the nuts to say what I mean and mean what I say. And I don't back down. I don't say, well, black and brown, oh, people of color. I don't do none of that weird ass weasel word bullshit. I'm 100. And I get the respect of people from being 100. The only people who don't respect me are people I don't respect. I don't want it be them coon niggas. Why is he always talking about race? You get in everything ain't about race. Them is the niggas that be mad at me. I don't respect. You think I have an ounce of respect to them kind of niggas? I don't. See, Dwan, the thing is, you need to dress better, and you need to lose weight, and you need to do this. You think I respect them niggas? Anybody telling me what I need to do, that means they have a level of lack of respect for themselves. Because when you know yourself, you ain't got time to tell others what they need to be or do to be their best self. You either accept or reject them and move on. I'm giving you advice on what I've done to make a happy life, a joyous life, a fulfilled life for myself. Now, if you want something different, that's fine. If you think that there's another way of going about it, if you don't think respect starts with yourself, that's fine too. I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm not here to say I know everything and you don't. If you see it as another way, that's fine too. I ain't here to argue. I'm here for those who want a little bit of advice, who want a little bit of help. What I say may or may not work for you. But I tell you this, and this is a universal truth. Nobody respects anyone who don't respect themselves. Now that's the truth. You can either like it, hate it, love it, accept or reject it. You don't have to accept it, but that's the truth. Nobody respects anyone or any group that doesn't respect itself. Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all know now I got my t-shirts. And you know I have these t-shirts and hoodies now. I got them in t-shirts and I got all my t-shirts are now available in hoodies. Get them now. And remember this, there are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those who are willing to pick up the game. Remember, love starts with love of self. Knowledge starts with knowledge of self. My name is Dwan B. We out.